were to trace back to the history of civilization, one of the first urges of mankind has been to move from one place to another. From bullock carts to horses, men have used animals for transport for long before finally realizing the need for an independent mode of transport that would be easy to maintain yet fast to use. It is perhaps this urge that went on to create the first bicycle ever, a conjoined set of wheels which would move in tandem while helping the rider cover distance. Experiments with these set of wheels have happened over decades and took final shape as we see it today, sometime in early 19th century in Europe. It is from then that the bicycle as we know them today has taken shape as a simple, fuel-free mode of transport. The first bicycle that India ever had was in early 1900s. Import of cycles started in 1905, yet the manufacturing of bicycles in the country started much later in 1939 when Hind Cycles Limited set up a manufacturing plant in Bombay. Most Indian bicycle companies were set up soon after the independence. And in the 50s, companies like Raleigh, TI Cycles, Atlas Cycles and A1 were formed. Hero Cycles, which is the #1 bicycle manufacturer of India today, entered the market last in 1956.
After partition, we came to India and started making cycle parts. Have been going on. Mr. Pratap Singh Kairo, a very dynamic chief minister, he took over Punjab. He asked us, why don't you make cycles? Cycle was being, license was being given for making in small scale. Mr. Bridgemoon, my elder brother, he told him, sir, you give only license for small scale. I don't want in small scales. He said, okay, we'll get you large scale. You come on and I'll get you from the central government large scale. He gave us license to make in large scale.
In 1944, a family of 4 brothers, the Munjals, arrived in Amritsar from Lahore and set up a bicycle component manufacturing business. They started making parts that were then much in demand for the growing local bicycle industry. The bicycle components business brought great success to the Munjal brothers and they spread their business in other parts of the country and became India's largest bicycle part supplier. In 1952, the Munjals shifted from supplying to manufacturing. They started manufacturing handlebars, front forks and chains. In 1956, the Punjab state government announced the issue of 12 new industrial licenses to make bicycles in Ludhiana. The Munjal brothers cashed on this opportunity and Hero Cycles was born. These are the beginning of Hero Cycles, the Indian bicycle giant as we know them today.
Cycle was a necessity of life that time. Now, time is fast, time has changed, fast moving. Everybody wants to reach the destination as fast. So naturally, motorcycle, scooter, car, they have changed that. But still, cycle at least 40, 50 years, that cycle will remain. Cycle will always remain. Small, where there are no roads, there are no, even to reach, cycle can go there. Cycle can go up, cycle can go down. Cycle is necessity, cycle will remain necessity for about 50 years more.
So how did the bicycle industry grow and flourish in India?
Not only in India, we are the largest exporters as well of cycles. 100% indigenous, only tire and tube are small rubber parts and plastic parts we are getting from market. Rest, everything we are making. And quality-wise, we are the largest exporters to almost all sophisticated countries.
Coming up after this break.
innovate, enable. Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.
India today produces approximately 10% of the world's annual bicycle production, which is estimated at 125 million units. The annual domestic demand of bicycles in India is approximately 10 million units, out of which around 2.5 million units are manufactured on government demand for welfare schemes. Exports out of India are largely made to Africa and the less developed countries. The Indian bicycle market today is shared between Hero Cycles, TI, A1 and Atlas with 40%, 22%, 17% and 10% of share of volume respectively.
Bicycle is made by 4 big makers, and then there are numerous importers of cycles. So their data come from different ports. So what number I'm going to guess is going to be a little speculative or thing, but around 14.5 million cycles are made every year. New cycles are sold every year in the country. This is ballpark what it looks like. And Hero, we occupy a share here. We do about 6 million out of this, and in the structured way it boils down to 19,000 cycles every day.
With its production based out of Ludhiana, Hero Cycles started with an annual production of 25 cycles per day. Over the next few years, the bicycle unit started growing in stature and size, attracting skilled engineers, technocrats, administrators and entrepreneurs. In 1961, Rockman Cycle Industries, a unit of Hero Cycles, was established, which would later become the largest manufacturer of bicycle chains and hubs in the world.
We started our career with only 25 cycles a day. Now, this is more than 19,000 per day. You will have a look on the factory. Not only in India, we are the largest exporters as well of cycles. 100% indigenous. Only tire and tube or small rubber parts and plastic parts we are getting from market. Rest, everything we are making. And quality-wise, we are the largest exporters too. I remember the days when cycle was being imported. But today, things is vice versa. We are exporting cycle to almost all sophisticated countries.
1963 marked the entry of Hero Cycles in the international market. The initial exports were restricted to Africa and the Middle East and slowly it spread to sophisticated markets of Europe and America. In 1971, Hero set up the Highway Cycles, which in the years to come would become the largest manufacturers of single-speed and multi-speed freewheels in the country. With all these in their kitty, Hero Cycles Limited became the largest manufacturer of bicycles in India by as early as 1975. From a modest start, Hero Cycles today produces over 19,000 cycles a day today, the highest in global reckoning. With the 48% share of the Indian market, this volume catapulted Hero in the Guinness Book of World Records in 1986.
Hero is a household name now as far as cycle is concerned. This could be only possible that we have one mania making quality cycle. And above all, this is price-wise, this is not our monopoly that only we are making cycles. There are several cycle manufacturers too. But quality-wise, number one, production-wise, number one, exported two, number one.
While the bicycling market in India has matured over the years, most cycles manufactured and sold in India are in the low price bracket of 2,500 to 3,000 rupees. The market for the premium or the lifestyle bikes targeted towards the lifestyle consumer is just about emerging. The definition of high-end bikes itself is changing. With global brands moving into the country, this definition is also changing with price points starting from 15,000 rupees to as high as few lakhs. And yes, there are takers for them as well.
India is the world's second largest bicycle market, and if you see today, this bicycle market is changing very fast. You go to India Gate early morning, while India Gate is again not India. India is a bigger country. You go to any city in the country, you see cycling enthusiasts coming out on streets early in the morning. I mean, and that's new India. You look at Bombay, you look at Calcutta, you look at Bangalore, your Delhi. I mean, all these cities. I mean, I'm on friends with a lot of these people on Facebook, and I see them. And this emergence of new India is what makes us believe that the premium market segment is really growing at a very fast pace.
While the demand for the luxury segment is just catching up, the luxury and premium bike sector in India is growing at over 30%. The market size for the lifestyle cycles is estimated at not more than 0.25 million units annually, but it's only time that this segment will form an important part of the industry. While previously bicycles used to be segmented into gents, ladies, kids and high-end, now lifestyle bikes are being segmented in terms of usage. So we now have road bikes, mountain bikes, tourers, hybrids, BMX to name a few. Virtually all the big names are present in the country like Giant, Trek, Merida and Cannondale, and now Urban Trail.
The strategy behind creating a new brand, a lot of people ask us, Hero is a big name, why don't you continue with Hero as a brand? My answer is very simple. We are a great company, we've got huge strengths, we are the largest manufacturer of bicycles in the world, but we cater to mass market. Right, currently. We have a few of our offerings in the premium segment also, but when I talk about the high end, okay, essentially the high end user is brand conscious. He's conscious about what bicycle he's riding, he's conscious about the product that he's using, he's conscious about the product features and how is it different and how does it differentiate from his other cyclists, so all of these are the things that this new urban user looks at. And so to connect better with the urban young India, we come out with this, our new offering to the urban young India is Urban Trail.
How has biking evolved from a transport to a fun sport?
Cycles, they run on fat and they save you money as compared to cars, which run on oil and they cost you money.
Find out after this short break.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable. Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Every 9 seconds, one bicycle rolls out of the Ludhiana plant of Hero Cycles. For this bicycle to reach customers, Hero has a large base of dealers across the country. It solely depends on the 5,000 plus dealers spread across 26 states for the supply of cycles in India, which accounts for an annual turnover of 1,700 crore rupees.
And I started my career with this outlet only, and I started with Avon and then shift on to Hero in 2001. I started in 2000, but 2001 beginning I was with Hero, and since then I've been with Hero, and principally a wholesaler for them, and now entered into the retail segment in 2011 October. Now Hero is the largest producer in the world. You and they have a very good command in the Indian market. It's by perception it is already sold. The person who wants to come and buy a bicycle, in his house he'll think, okay, I'll go, I want to buy a bicycle, he'll say, I'll want to buy a Hero.
Popularity of the bicycle is increasing world over, and even in India, health-conscious people are increasingly taking to the roads